What's up, y'all? We are live, man. Welcome to DOCKTV. Good morning, man. Good on this Saturday morning. You know what I'm saying? No cartoons. We're going to get into the real deal. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to DOCKTV. Let me change that right there. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for tapping in. If y'all tapping in the live, man, hit that like on the way in. The Saturday morning, man. We want to get into it early, man. Running this live. I just hope everybody's being good out there, being safe. And taking care of each other, man. Hopefully y'all got your money last week. Man. You know what I'm saying? It is Saturday, you know what I'm saying? All week you should have been making your money. And if you wasn't making your money all week, you should be making it this weekend. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, get to it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be like my guy right here. Call Dago. What's up with FAIZON, man? What's up with FAIZON? And I don't mean that in a contradicting or like slight way. I just mean like what's going on with him for real. You know what I'm saying? Last time I seen him, he was on a cool little podcast at I forgot the podcast name, but the last podcast he was on wearing was kind of like dashiki type joy. It was pretty cool podcast too. But mistake me if I'm wrong. I thought all these years, like I seen him doing interviews from home. It's like seemed like a little tucked in the cut kind of resident somewhere in Florida, man. But FAIZON Love is a funny dude. It's a genuine, seems like good dude. Seems like getting into some issues sometime, but you know who don't? I don't know. Shout out to FAIZON Love. Everything is alleged. He in court right now, locked up. Seems to be over child support. And crazy thing is, he only has one child. Dealing with one baby mama, probably has more grief than having multiple baby moms. You know, that's what we go through sometimes, though. But man, hopefully everything works out with FAIZON, and also not him, his child, and just I don't know if the woman is on Scornful. You see her in the her name is Kimberly or something. You see her in the what's your face? In the I can't get in the thumbnail. So you know, hopefully she is on the up and up, and she is really trying to just get child support for her child. If FAIZON is giving it, and if FAIZON ain't giving it, he is filed for that, bro. He is filed for that because when I say giving it, you can give it in so many different actions. The financial way is going to put you in jail if you don't satisfy that. But what about time? What about resources? Just because you're not financially sound doesn't mean you cannot be a good father. Just let me put that out there. Just because you aren't financially sound doesn't mean you can't be a good father. Oh, all right. So, let's get to it, man. Poetic Flacco. What is it? Poetic 50 Federal Flacco. Hey, he's covering this, and again, like I said, I ran into FAIZON. Of course, you don't remember Doc. I ran into him a couple of times, man. You know, we frequent a couple of the same spots in San Diego, and when he out here, I guess I just happened a couple of times, ran into him a couple of times. But shout out FAIZON Love, man. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get it.
Appeared in court, seated in a wheelchair.
Is disturbing and the sick. It goes from poop and dookie in the white bed sheets after intercourse to FAIZON being in court claiming he's homeless.
Actor FAIZON Love, known for roles in movies like Friday, Elf, and Couples Retreat, out of jail after serving 16 days in a child support case.
But that decision came only after a contentious hearing in a Hillsborough County courtroom. 10 Tampa Bay News reporter Kristen Barbarisi joins us in the courthouse now with what happened.
Love was arrested in California just over 2 weeks ago for failing to surrender on 2 contempt of court charges. And in court today, there were tense exchanges, not just between Love and the mother of his child, but the attorneys too.
He said he didn't have $100,000.
Was he saying the truth or not?
Attorneys sparred over child support payments.
Hey, my bad. I have to get it. Somebody came on, but I'm in the the spot doing the thing, but right there, sunlight. You can see people walking and stuff. So somebody came to my door. I was like, "Who's handing dog?" No, I said, "Who's handing dog?" Yeah. Hey, look at that tie on that brother, bro. Look at that tie on that brother. Man, I'm up. Sharp. That's that little knot right there, but the tie is terrible. But you know, they be having people do this for them. You know, him in the ties. Y'all, let's go back.
Claiming he's homeless.
Actor FAIZON Love, known for roles in movies like Friday, Elf, and Couples Retreat, out of jail after serving 16 days in a child support case.
But that decision came only after a contentious hearing in a Hillsborough County courtroom. 10 Tampa Bay News reporter Kristen Barbarisi joins us from the courthouse now with what happened.
Love was arrested in California just over 2 weeks ago for failing to surrender on 2 contempt of court charges. And in court today, there were tense exchanges not just between Love and the mother of his child, but the attorneys too.
He said he didn't have $100,000.
Is what he's saying the truth or not? Attorneys sparred over child support payments as actor and comedian FAIZON Love appeared in court. Seated in a wheelchair, Love repeatedly expressed frustration as he defended his record as a father.
Your Honor, what you were hearing was a frustrated black man said, "What is..."
Man. You know what? I get it, man. I throw the frustrated black man in here too, man. You try to give me some sympathy points if I need to be, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not sure what they listen to, but I guarantee you it may be some like racial some kind of negative comments towards something, you know, where he's kind of explaining himself. So you pivot, you know what I'm saying? But man, just the fact that he's in here, but he's in a wheelchair, bro. So FAIZON is a big, I'm like 5'9", he like, if he 5'8", maybe 5'10" or something. I might be wrong. Maybe 6 foot. I don't know. 5'11", around here. He's around my, but what I'm tripping off of is if I get you in a wheelchair, it could be a lot wrong. You know, overweight, joints, diabetes, man, I just hope everything cool with him, because at the ultimate end, you want to be around for your child, man. He's doing all this for his child.
What you were hearing was a frustrated black man said, "What is this? I've always taken care of my daughter."
You see your daughter too, right?
Let's go. I'm getting the hang of this, y'all. I like this.
Yes, I had just saw her. This lady had dropped her off and gave her money because she just had a new daughter and she didn't have.
Hey, when I'm doing this, I'm trying to get my point across, or I'm trying to mark you out. Let's say when I'm doing that, you know what I'm saying? When I'm doing that.
You see your daughter too, right?
Yes, I had just saw her. This lady had dropped her off and gave her money because she just had a new daughter and she didn't have.
Let's just keep to this. I don't want you to get upset.
At the center of the dispute, whether Love is hiding income from Tiffany Lee, the mother of his child.
Ooh. I don't know her from a can of paint. But she in here trying to me, come on, man. I mean, you got the little nice little thing on, but I don't know what's going on here. Like, you should see some of the pictures. She trying to look plain Jane. I don't even mad at her. You should see some of these pictures. She got, FAIZON and got her. I don't know. She playing it real cool. And then FAIZON letting that emotion. Keep telling everybody about these emotions, man. These emotions will have you listening. These emotions will have you waking up to 25 to an L or L-WOP. You know what I'm saying? Just, man, stay centered, stay focused. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. Jimmy Jam, what to do? So FAIZON Love. For the people that don't know him, he played Big One on Friday. That's one of his biggest roles. And he played the Elf in the Elf. I don't know what else you know what I'm saying? He's a stand-up comedian, actor. He's been on Robert Townsend's show. Man, he just, FAIZON Love. FAIZON Love is who he is, Do your Google, he's definitely been around. Do your go-go's, you know. Shout out FAIZON. Call Dago. Call Dago.
Love says he is broke and living with a friend who pays his bills.
This court hearing and it being filmed and it being made public is going to do an inexplicable damage to FAIZON Love's career. I can't even put into words how bad this is for FAIZON. FAIZON is somebody where when he do these interviews, he's very insightful. He gives his perspective and analysis on other people in their business. Like when FAIZON Love did the interview speaking on 50 Cent. FAIZON Love was really entertaining in that interview. FAIZON Love called out 50 Cent for not being that rich, for needing money, et cetera, et cetera. Well, if FAIZON Love does another interview speaking on, let's say, 50 Cent or somebody else claiming they're broke, well, they can just pull up this court hearing like, bro, really? You talking about me? Really? Look at this. So even this would affect how he works in the future. But this court hearing is sad. So FAIZON Love admits it in this court hearing. A, he has less than $90 in his bank account. B, he can't even get a gig because whenever he does get a gig, because how he works, he does like, stand-up, right? He does stand-ups and movies. Now, with the movies, they pay you via check. So, like that's on record, that's public. The government is going to get that. However, for these comedy shows where they're paying you in cash, the baby mama and her attorney, apparently they just stalk FAIZON Love's page, type in his name every morning, see if he got any headliners, any shows, anything.
Y'all in here right now, man, hit that like, man. We early morning with it, DOCKTV, you know what I'm saying? We get to the bottom of this, man, when these parenthood relationships, no pun intended, get real messy, you know what I'm saying? So damn, it was on mic on the whole time. So mic off the whole time. Hopefully it wasn't. Sure. Right when I said I was getting the hang of it. Hey, one thing I want to say though, I don't know if this is, it's obviously a tactic. Say you don't have any money or whatever it is, but this is the perfect job to do this, When you're doing movies, you're gonna be you're on payroll and all this stuff. When you're doing I'm doing a pop-up or show-up appearance, man. Hey, slide me that 2 G's or something like that. Just cash, you know what I'm saying? Slide me that 500, cash. I got some situation going on. I don't want them to come in for my money, period, point blank, that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But be there for your kids, for surely.
And if they find out, okay, he got a show in 2 weeks, they'll pick up the phone and call the promoter, send him a copy of the garnishment saying, hey, yo, he owes us 55% of everything he makes. If you don't give it to us, you'll be held, liable. And FAIZON is saying that, A, some promoters don't want to deal with that and they just cancel the show, period. Or B, they give them his money so he don't have nothing. She have it all.
That is what cross-examination is about. And that did not occur at CMC. And they refer to this May 1st and May 3rd, but the financial affidavit was filed in April, Judge, and the hearing was in April. So how does he include income that hasn't even happened yet? And as we stated, that Detroit show didn't happen. So at the time he filled out his financial affidavit, he wasn't working. This man has no home. He drives a 1999 car, and he lives with his friend who pays all his bills, who's here to testify.
Yeah, you gotta put it out there something like that.
He had a contract of it, but it's right now. It was last week. He got picked up. Can't do the movie. That was going to pay him about $5,000 a week. I have that contract here today. So he has not worked, but in 3 minor films since COVID. But the financial affidavit is not what he made in 2022. It's not what he made in 2023. It's not what he made in 2024. It's not even what he made in 2025.
It's not.
2026 income. And at the time he filled out that financial affidavit, he was unemployed, had no movies, and had no gigs. He does stand-up comedy too, Judge. The court did order him to turn himself in May 1st. Okay. The time for a motion for rehearing was still pending. That order does not become final until the motion for rehearing is heard. So I don't think not turning himself in May 1st should be considered as a penalty or punishment or punitive, because that order becomes final after my motion for rehearing, which was timely filed, is ruled upon. He didn't have money to fly to here and needed the state to fly him here. Once he was picked up, he don't have money. He has $100+ in the bank, maybe. He has a $500,000 judgment against him every time.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. If I'm turning myself in, bro, if KB is turning himself in, I'm not gonna hold you. I am not paying that. I'm not paying to fly to wherever, Florida, Tennessee, wherever, to get a rain. You gonna have to get me there. Stop that. Not to get me there in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? I'm not paying for that.
He opens a bank account, plus this judgment, it's garnished. So he has one bank account, Navy Federal Credit Union, with no money in it.
Child never
Mr. Rodriguez, like I said, is here to testify that he pays for his bills. He pays for everything. He helps him book his shows.
I really hope this is a play, bro. I really hope that FAIZON is just in court lying about his finances, lying about what he has or what he doesn't have, so he could get away with not having to pay child support. But I don't think he's lying, bro. Because this is like, bro, he's bringing somebody to court to testify on his behalf. He's showing bank accounts with $99 into it. Like, I don't think he's like, I think this is really his life. I think getting that woman pregnant, which by the way was his first child. Like, that's FAIZON's love only in first child, and he's 58 years old. So he avoided having a kid his entire life to avoid situations like this. Finally had a kid at the age of like 56 years old or so, I believe, like maybe like 55 years old. And he's still having to deal with this. Something that, again, when men have kids in like their, like, you know, in the late stages of their life, they're usually having kids in like in a more responsible situation, right? They're usually having kids, if they wait that long, in the right format, right? Where they have a wife, they have a family, they have a home, and they're doing their thing. Most men who wait till their 60s ain't having kids with like local hood rats. Again, that's FAIZON love words, not mine, right? Now, this chick apparently have about like 4 other kids. None of the daddies is on child support, but FAIZON love is the only one she's going after for child support. So it looks like, again, FAIZON love is like the money bank to her, man.
No, if this is true, this is true. We salute their mother brothers, you know what I'm saying, because they're not taking care of their responsibilities or whatever, or not on paper, but they get a pass, but with FAIZON don't. And then he not even the money pause you think he is. You know what I'm saying? He might be smarter. He might have a little Lucy. And not showing it to you, buddy. Not showing it to you. You know, I'm taking her. I'm taking this side. You know what I'm saying? I just believe he in court for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I believe he could take care of his child. I believe he cares for his child.
All right. But unfortunately for her, she's going after FAIZON love, treating him as if he's like the money ticket when he say, I don't got no money, man. You can like, I know I'm famous, but yeah, you going after me but I don't got no money, bro. Go after your other 4 baby daddies, man. Maybe they can get you some paper if you combine it together. It's just a sad situation, bro. But this chick's lawyer is not letting up. And she also stated that she only wanted like daycare money from FAIZON love. My perspective, if you only wanted daycare money from FAIZON love, you wouldn't let this go this far. Like, if it goes this far, I'm sure FAIZON love at this point will voluntarily pay you the daycare money so you could drop this. So the chick's lawyer, is his time to speak, and he starts going in, man. He says,
could you imagine if you are I don't know. Let's call FAIZON. Let's just say he got a meal. But let's just say he in the cut, he got below, let's say a meal somewhere. He can go transfer some stuff, get someone. So in the essence of all that, you know what I'm saying, you become a target, man. You just become like one of those people that if you were to have a kid with somebody, they're going
like, if it goes this far, I'm sure FAIZON love at this point.
Now with his point about well, if you're trying to get attention and then you didn't get it, and now to get his attention, you have him in court, in jail. You got my attention. Hey, you want what? You want it shouldn't come to this, but you want what's that? Oh, child support, the daycare. Oh, okay. Got all that. Don't call the people's on me. Got all that. Sure, you drop it.
Will voluntarily pay you the daycare money so you could drop this. So the chick's lawyer, is his time to speak, and he starts going in, man. He says he's lying about not having money. We've been garnishing his checks and his payment from his comedy shows, and these checks are like $9,000, 55%. So that means he's getting $16,000 to $18,000 per show, but he's hiding money. So the lawyer, like, the lawyer sees this man in court crying about being homeless, crying about not having no money, crying about having $90 in his bank account, crying about driving a 1999 car. And the lawyer's still saying, so what, man? Hand me my paper, hand me my ticket. It's just sad seeing FAIZON love in this situation, bro.
It was not like missing a few things. It was not well. It was literally just a.
Hey, want y'all to peep this real quick. Now, I don't know who the DA, who the prosecutor, who the public pretender, who the paid lawyer, but these are the motherfuckers I want on my team right here. Man. They are angry at each other for no reason. They have nothing to do with each other, but they're delivering a case against each other or something like. I don't know. These lawyers might know somebody, man. These lawyers might know some people. Oh, it's crazy.
Blank financial affidavits actually saying I have no income. We have collected, as I mentioned, some money pursuant to garnishments, and these garnishments are not small. There are some small amounts from certain locations that we get, but just from a single comedy show that he did, which we had to litigate. Before the general magistrate to actually get paid, because Mr. Love's, one of his prior attorneys, was threatening the comedy club that they would sue him if they gave me any money for suit order, which the GM ended up saying, no, you need to give that money. It was over $9,000. That was just about half of what he earned. So he's earning about $20,000 per comedy show. There's several shows in five different cities, and there's a comedy show, and headlines, and advertise it. And we've been sending out letters to these comedy shows saying, hey, he's performing there in free.
Gang, I bet you. Bam, I bet you. I just got my DJ Ghost on. I bet you. Squad. I bet you that she is on some, like, he's lying to y'all. He gets this gig, he gets that gig. He's not giving me money. He's telling me, get in blood, bitch, or something, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is crazy. I guarantee you. She like, he's lying. Give me that money. He's telling me he makes $20,000. I know this for a fact. Or she got spies or something.
3 weeks. Here's a copy of the court order seizing, 55% of his income. And they end up fighting us on it. And like I said, you can take a look at the court record and you can see where that is. So it's not just a matter of, oh, well, I was between jobs. He gets constant money from his prior shows and movies and things like that. He's constantly doing comedy shows all over his clients and these comedy shows for $18,000, $20,000 a pop. And this is not like I had a comedy show and it canceled, so I put zero income. It's not
2 racks.
Well, but that's how it's done. I mean, if you're a plumber and you plumb one day and you plumb 3 days later, but you do financial application between those days, on your day off, you don't say I make zero income. I mean, that's just not how it works.
FAIZON did say he's an active father. He's in his daughter's life. He's not a deadbeat. He's very active in her life. And if that's true, again, because I don't know, I'm not privy to their relationship, but if that's true, man, these chicks is heartless, man. Like the older generation, our grandmamas, our mamas, man, they might see the daddy doing $90 in the account and say, you know what, bro, as long as he spends time with the kid, I'm fine with that. Not this new generation.
No.
This new generation doesn't give a damn about active father. They could care less if you show up.
And you know what? Let me say something about that, man. Like I said, you can be a contributing pops if you do not have the financial benefit or gain or whatever. You have situations where people can't get hired, they can't get work. It's not just because of the system, it's just because of the economy, period. So that motherfucker could be there every day watching his kid or something, doing something every day to contribute to the part that he doesn't have money for. Get the fuck off his back, man. And then I don't think that should if you go to court filing a broke person, you're not gonna get any money. You're just gonna put that person in a bad position when they get a job. They're gonna be having back pay. Then who's that gonna affect? You know what I'm saying? It's gonna affect all the relationship and the co-parenting and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So pick wisely. Women and children, and men.
Oh, man. Yo, some of them, their preference is that you don't show up. Some of the new generation don't want you to be an active father because if you're not active, they get more money.
Mm-hmm.
Like our mamas, our grandmamas, they would have preferred you show up and be active over the money they might receive from child support. But this new generation, man, they don't want you to show up, bro. They want you to be a dad because they want to go to that court show. Hey, bro, he don't help out with nothing and get more money in return. Man, listen, man, these chicks is heartless, bro. But it gets worse. So while having FAIZON in court with handcuffs in a wheelchair, this chick goes on Tasha K and talks about her experience having intercourse with FAIZON Love. And she claims that FAIZON Love left a mess on the bed sheets.
So back to him. So I got to ask you. Now,
Look,
you were honest. You said that you weren't attracted to
God.
him initially, then it was his personality, and you kind of fell for him. Yeah. That's a big guy. Like, how did it go in the bedroom? Did you have to do most of the work? Because you said you was really good with your hands. Like, how did that go? Did you have to climb on top of him? What? Like, tell me. I know he sleeps on his side because he can't sleep on his back. Or, like, please, girl, you have to enlighten us.
To be honest, Miss Tasha, it was by far like the worst experience that I had in my life. And that's why it only happened one time because I could not bring myself to do it again. And this is why, I don't understand how, prostitutes, how they do it, because I could not forget that whole scene.
Do you mind describing that scene? We would enlighten us, who went down.
Smelly a little bit at a certain point.
So he was what do you mean he was smelly? Like, what was smelly?
Okay. I don't know. Okay. Well, to kind of describe like the thing, like I don't think he could reach certain places when he's like dating. So I'm thinking that's where it initially came from. But he does smell like good outside of the bedroom because he has like cologne. So this cologne smells really strong. But then like in the bedroom, it was smelling. And then the next morning there was like this brown. He was sitting at the edge of the bed, and there was like this brown.
Brown what, girl? Brown what?
He sat on the edge of the bed for a little while, and he was on the phone. And then when he got up,
it was brown streaks from his ass? Oh, hell no.
This ain't cool, man. As a fellow big guy, I feel like I have to stick up for the big dogs, man. And I feel like this may be some big dude's propaganda, man. All right, that she understands that because he's a big dude, she just feeding into the stereotypes, bro. She just feeding into the uncleanly stereotypes. I refuse to believe that FAIZON, I refuse to believe it, bro. FAIZON has more respect for himself than to leave dookie streaks in his butt and slide across the white bed sheet. No. I refuse to believe it. I think this is propaganda. I think she understands that, because he's big, because he's really, really, really big, there's already a stereotype in a narrative that maybe he's not clean. So she's playing into that, man. But all in all, even if that is the case, man, you got pregnant and kept the baby by him after witnessing Dookie's thing. Man, all right, come on, bro. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this, bro. Are y'all shocked?
One time. And he said one time. Like, they only did it one time and she got pregnant. Oh, man. At least, unless that's what they describe it. Man, this is crazy. Man, take care of your kids, everybody. Do you think FAIZON is on here on like a witch hunt? You think he really just needs to get sent to court? What is it? You know what I'm saying? Do you think FAIZON shouldn't be going through this stuff? I heard it's like 2 weeks out of his time. He lost some money on a movie. You know what I'm saying? Or should he just man up, man? Just take care of responsibilities. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, man. I'm thinking they could just let the man free, let him work, and let him provide. Boom. I'm gone. DOCKTV, y'all. Hit like, comment, and subscribe, man. Appreciate it. Gone.